Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching this video from. And when you're watching this video, it's your boy, Zenito. Today we want to do something very interesting. We want to create an animated UI design, just something very, very simple. Now, again, I'm not a UI designer, but I learned a bit of UI design at some point in my life, like probably like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, right? I've always been fascinated by a lot of UI designs I see out there. So, but today we want to just see how we can merge Photoshop. Again, we're not using Figma, we're using Photoshop and After Effects to create an animated UI design. Now, if you're using Figma, you can also use Figma to like create what we want to create now, then take it to After Effects to like tidy it up. So yeah, to like animate it. So yeah, I already downloaded the image we're going to be using. This is the image. So we're going to be using this image as our main image. So first thing first, let's open. Then for web, we'll go to for web and web page. So we'll use this one. Should we use this one? Yeah, let's use this one. So let's call it error 404. And for resolution, I would work with 300 or 3300, and I'll use black. Right? So yeah, something like this makes sense. Yeah, something like this makes sense. But I don't want it to be an artboard, so let's start again. Error 404. So no artboard, just a singular image. Yeah, something like this makes sense. So quickly, we'll bring in this image like so. We'll bring it in, bring it down here. I'm going to first remove the background. To remove the background, I'll just select the subject, and it's going to select. Yeah, since it's nothing too serious, we'll just select the subject and we'll just Ctrl J to separate. Yeah, something like this. Then turn on the black background, remove the lock. Now for this, we'll just Ctrl T, then we'll increase it and bring it down like this. So we'll just do something very, very simple, straightforward, nothing too. We can even include like gradients if we want, but it's going to be black. What can we do? Let me see. I want something dark. No. Let's see. Since we are using red, let me see. This looks good actually. Yeah. So you can see this space is still showing, so I'm going to just make it bigger or just bring it down like this. Yeah, something like this makes sense. Yeah. So we're going to do something like this. Layer. Now we want to do two things. We are going to do. We are going to have one without the what's it called, without the helmet, right? So I'm just going to, again, this is just me just freestyling, so don't mind me. So one without the helmet, so I'll select all right, just select the helmet part, right? Something like this. All right, so I'm going to Control J to duplicate, so we have just the helmet like this. Then this one would Control select the helmet side, then generative fill remove. So while we wait, let me just so let's see what it's going to do for us. All right, so it's loading. All right, quickly. Let's go. Let's go. This is taking forever. What is it? Can you imagine? No, so let's cancel. So let's just select the entire image like this. I'm just fill content aware, right? So after doing that, we can then select this part and just delete this part here. Now this part I can then use my patch tool. I just don't want to like delay us, right? I can just use my patch tool to just like that. Yeah, this works. And if I turn this on, it looks like it's has always been there, right? And if I turn on our gradient, we have this, right? Okay, so yeah, you can always turn it on, off and on, like so. All right, so the next thing we want to then do is this. We're going to, before we continue, let's coming deselect. So I want to select this and just exactly. So I want to see if I can first. If I can just select only this one, because I will still need just the image with the helmet alone together, right? Yeah, let me see if I can just select Ctrl J, then Ctrl T, then increase. All right, so excuse me. So now we have stuffs like this. The next thing we want to do is let's just check what we have here. So it says fastest way to manage time and anytime you want. But again, it's not like a real web page, so it's more or less like you seem lost or something like that. I think we should still stick with our black. Yeah, I think we should still stick with our black, and I have a reason, but let's continue. So let's type in seem lost. Let me just change the color so I can see what I'm typing. Or let's just give it a name called let's call it Astropay Astropay, but we'll be using bold, and let's reduce the yeah. So Ctrl T will make this, put this somewhere here. It's going to be behind this like so. Astropay. Astropay, but there's let's just continue. So the next thing I want to do is just put in a logo, and let's go to Power Emit. I want to use something that is already existing, like an existing stuff. Sure you get. So Power Emit. I'm going to just download this logo. Save as SVG. Oh, it's SVG. So I'll just use power emit as a concept. Here you grab. Yeah. Again, I'm not following the standard of UI design. Here you get. Right, I'm not following the standard of UI design. This is just me messing around, trying to like just create something. But it seems, I think I should have Pyramid logo somewhere. Folder. Yeah, this is their logo. So I'm going to just drag this in. Yeah. Somewhere here. Right. So I'm going to place it somewhere here. Like this. Now, in Pyramid, we have on the landing page we have products, about us, product about us, and get started. Right. Now another thing you can do is this. You can just type all this out, or if you don't want to stress yourself, and let's say you're using you're going to be using, let's say you've created it on a Figma file and you're going to have all those assets and elements, so you might not necessarily go through all the stress of bringing in like different element and all. But I guess I have to like just type all this, right? So let's type it. So the first thing is products. So I'm going to just quickly type products, right? Yeah, I have to make it quite small. I think the size is usually like, let's see, no, depends on what you're creating, sure. It's not as it shouldn't be as bold as this, so we're going to use like medium. Then the size should still come down to probably like 6. Yeah, something like this. So we have products, about us, blog, help center. So products, Ctrl J, about us, Ctrl J. What's the next thing there? Blogs. Then Ctrl J, we have help center. Again, the reason why I have this showing up is because I turned on my smart guide, right? So the next thing is get started. So I'm going to bring this towards this side, then duplicate one and call it get started, right? So again, let's bring in our button, and to create your button you can just come here to rectangle. Let's zoom in and we'll just just now you can then select this part like this. Now currently your fill is 0, your fill is black, I mean not 0, so you can just change the color by going to fill. Where is my eyedropper? Press OK. So I'm going to just select this, right? Now I'm going to bring it behind get started. I think we have to make get started a bit smaller. Hold Alt so it can be, yeah, something like this. Alright, so it's looking all nice, all cool, right? Astropay, let's make Astropay come out a little bit more. Yeah, Astropay. So we want to have a text run on top of it. So what text do we want to use? Get experience seamless transaction on different platforms. So I'm going to use about us, Ctrl J, bring it down here, select, Ctrl V. So I'm going to just bring it somewhere. We might have to centralize it. I think we can just put it here. Yeah, we can put it there. Experience seamless transaction on different platforms. So yeah, I don't want to spend too much time creating a landing page or an header because I'm not a UI designer, right? My idea is to just come up with something and animate it. So it's UI designers that would know how to go about all this whole stuff. But one last thing is to download Star. So I'll go to Pixels and I'll type in night night stars or starry nights, something like this exactly. So I'll just download this. I don't need to stress myself too much. So I'll go to my downloads and just drag this into excuse me, just increase the size like this, select this, and I'm going to bring it behind this guys like so. But the starry night is too much, so I'm going to just probably find a way to let's use screen, but also let's reduce the brightness, the opacity I mean. Yeah, it should just have that, you know, it should just be somewhere around, but not so. But yeah, let's assume we like what we see and this looks good to go. Let's just assume, right? Like this looks good to go, something like this. Now we are not done with what we'll be adding, but let's just assume this is good to go. So the next thing is to bring in let's go to, I need an illustration, so let's go to Flaticon. Astronauts. All right, so we need an astronaut that is something like this, so we can move it around. I'll just download this, right? Download, bring this in, make it very small, bring it at the top here. So something like this makes sense. Just not too big, not too small. All right, so I'm going to find a way to like play around with all this and see what magic we can create with this. But first thing first, let's save our work. So it's no more going to be called error 404, we'll just call it Astropay. Right, now when you're done, what you want to then do is this: close your work, then go to After Effects, open up After Effects. Yeah, it's time to round off ASAP and sleep and eat and sleep. Alright, so After Effects is loading up. Let's see. Oh, I'm just turn off my glasses. So what you want to do is create a new project. When you create a new project, just double click on this and go to your desktop and look for your PSD file. Now bring it in, choose import as composition, retain layer size, right? Press import. Yeah, editable layer size, press import. I'm going to log into my browser motion because I would need. All right, so now that we have brought it in, when you double click on it, you can see your PSD file and also your stuff. So I'm going to just put it here. It's currently looking off because it is at quarter, but if I put it at full, you can see it is very clear. Right now we have get started. As you can see, if I right click and I go to create, I can convert it to editable text. I can also convert this to editable text if I want, but yeah, I'm not going to be doing so much, so I'll just leave it like this. Now what I want to do is this. I'm going to download a video on Pixel. The video is this video, right, but of a starry night. So let's see if we can get something like this. Let me see if I can play this so it looks, I can see what it looks like. So you can see it is moving, right? You can see. So I'll just download this and you'll get why. Now there are other ways to like make your background move, but you might not have the plugin. So let's just download the video. So for the video, I'm going to drag it into After Effects like this, right? Zoom out, hold down Alt and Shift, then drag it down like this. Now we currently have the video. I'll just bring this here. We currently have the video. This is where the video ends, right? So you can bring the video down like this. So let's bring it down. I can delete this one. I don't need it. If you bring it too much down, it comes to the black suburb. Yeah. So when you play your video, right, you can see in the background the cloud is moving in the background. You can see the cloud moving in the background. Yeah. So that's the effect I want. So I'll just stop it at 7 seconds. Right. So let's go up. So we're going to take it one by one. We'll start animating one by one. So the first thing we want to animate is excuse me. The first thing we want to animate is power animate, and the menu option would make it disappear first, then it comes in, right? So let's select everything, one down to this. Yeah. No, let's leave. We're not touching seamless. We're not touching this yet. So just this to getting started. So I'm going to just change their color to like probably red, so I know that okay, this is what I'm doing. So what we want to then do is this. You're going to just go to P for position. While your cursor is at the 0 position, just click on add a keyframe. When you add a keyframe, you can scroll to like 1 second, then add another keyframe. Now go back to 0 second, then just take it up like this, and you just added an animation. So when you play, it comes down like this, but you don't want it to just come down like that. So you want to just select, you're going to just select everything like so, right click, keyframe assistant, and easy ease. So when you play it, it comes down easily. Another thing you can do is, if you don't want easy ease like that, you can choose easy ease out or easy ease in, depending. So let's see what it looks like. So if I play it, you can see. So I prefer to easy ease in, right? So let's easy ease in. So if I play it, aha. Another thing you can then do is you can select everything and just use there's a plugin called Motion Tools, right? So you can just select 100 and select like 3 or 4, yeah, something like this. Now when you play it, aha, now you see it's more fluid, right? It's more fluid. Now another thing you can then do is you can give it a sequence. Like for example, you can make it in such that okay, this comes first before this comes before this, and all. There are several ways to do that, but you can just come here and just choose sequence from top to bottom, and just press this, and it just, like this. So when you play it like this, sorry, I'm still, when you play, this comes on like this, but you don't, I'm not really feeling that, right? I'm not really feeling that, so let's just leave it the way it is, right? Just, yeah, this comes in now, but we don't want this to come in now, because that's going to be like the last thing that would come in. So we're going to drag to like the second, yeah, second seconds. We don't want it to come in now, because we want a lot of things to roll before this comes in. So now we are done with the first part of the animation. We've animated one part. Now the next thing we want to animate is, we want this to, where are you? Before we even animate this, right, we want, yeah, this, let's turn off this one. So we want this to drop down, poof, right, like on the on the on the planet. Yeah, so before it drops down, right, we want the planet itself to zoom in. So to zoom in, that's more or less like scaling, right? So we're going to press S to scale. So add a keyframe, zoom to like this side, add another keyframe, go to the last part, then you can just reduce it like this, right? Now when you go back, it goes back like this. Now you can then again use your motion tool to just give it some. So if I play now, you can see it comes in. But if you want it to, sorry, if you want it to be the other way around, you can just bring this to like 3 and bring this to 100. So when you play it, it looks like pretty fast. Boom, like exactly. So, or you can still play around bringing it like center. You just mess around. You get. So this comes up like this, like this. Another thing you can add, is it elastic or bounce? I'm not even sure, but I think it's elastic. You can add elastic to it, and let's play it. No, it's not elastic. I think it's bounce. I think it's bounce. Let me see if I can add that. It's not giving. Anyways, I'm going to stick to my first option, like this, something very simple and straightforward, right? Now after bringing this in, this is what we want to show, right? After bringing this in, so when this comes in like this, then this will now drop down. So as it is on this part, I'm going to then select this one, position P, then add a keyframe. When it gets to that point where it has fully increased, add another keyframe. Now the first keyframe, take it up like this, something like this. Yeah, this is fine. Now we're still going to like add opacity to it, so don't worry. So when you take it up and you press play, this is what you would see, right? You can see this is what you would see. Now it is not, I want it to be sudden, so let's see how we can make it sudden. No, it's not sudden. I think it's the other way around. Aha, sudden like that. Now while it is at this point, we are going to give it opacity. So while it is coming down like this, we would increase the opacity. So let's go back, go to 100. So while it is still here, we would still give it like 100. So let's see. Hmm? How is it looking? Let me turn off let me turn off Astropay. Still not giving that vibe. This is where it should be. Aha. Okay. Alright. Let's make do with what we have. Astropay. So while this comes in like this, then Astropay, which is this one, control position, it comes in like that. So for this first position, we'll just bring it down here, right? So we just like so. Aha. All right, let's see what we have. Fit, play. Yeah, these ones are far away, so immediately it comes in, this should show. Right, so we have I think Astropay came in too quick, so we're going to, like, as this comes in, this should wait, sorry, this should wait a little bit, right? Then this should come in, yeah, something like this. So we'll play it now. Right now, for experience can then come in when Astropay has entered. So we'll just press T. So we'll add a keyframe, add another keyframe, go to the first keyframe, turn it to 0, select both of them, select this, and when we play everything, yeah. Now the final thing we want to then do is, there is a character, an astronaut. Where are you? Yeah, this small astronaut, right? So we are going to make him like move just anywhere, right? So we're just going to move him around, right? So just press P. So first position, go to any position you want. I'm going to then move him, then move to another position. I would move him, then move to another position. I would move him like this, then move to another position and move him down, then move to another position and move him like this. So select all and let's make it seamless. So we'll just play our file. That's too fast. That's too fast. That's too fast. What is happening? Let's delete all these ones. Oh yeah, that's definitely too fast. So we just bring it like this. So it just moves. Okay, I think I get the point now. We'll just bring this close like this. All right, you can work with this. So I'm going to save my work as Astropay. I'll just save it somewhere. So if I play this right now, you can see now the way this came out. I don't want it to come out like that. So this what is it called? Where are you? This layer, right? So I'm just going to add like opacity. That's, is it opacity? No, I'm going to add T for opacity. So I would add a keyframe, add another keyframe, go to the last keyframe, choose no, sorry, that's not what I'm supposed to add. I'm supposed to add not to astronaut, to layer. So T, add a keyframe, go to this point, just make it a little bit small, add another keyframe. Now go back, set it to 100, set it to 0, then let's play. Yeah, all right, that looks very, very cool. So you can always introduce certain things, like, okay, for example, this text Astropay, we can introduce Flickr to it. Let me show you. Let me first save my work. There's something called Flickr on this. Yeah, Flickr. So you can see Flickr. You understand, something like that. It looks really, really nice, and you can always edit the Flickr. You can come to where's it called? Where is it again? Properties. Is it properties? Yeah. Is it property, effects and properties? Yeah, this is it. So you can delay the flicker, you can edit the amount of time the flicker moves, you can turn off add mode so that it's not too get something like it's very clean. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you've enjoyed this very short tutorial. Let's export our work. We'll just go to export, render queue. I would export it as mp4, right? So I'll go to, where are you? I would export it to my video, to my desktop, and I want to increase the size. But let me see. Let's leave it as that. So when you're done, you just press render, and it renders, and we'll wait to see how it looks like. All right, let's go to desktop. If I play it, you can see it. A very, very simple, very simple, what's it called? It's a simple animated UI stuff. So you can always try it with your project and all. It's just to give you like a basic idea of what it looks like when you like try to animate your UI. Anyways, if this resonates with you, give me a like, comment, and share. And I'm going to see you next time. Cheers.